Let's all be seated. A rational system and an order for educational administration should be established on the principle of propagating scientific research that edify innovative thinking. Conferences are pedestals that assembles diverse findings and dissipates acquittance. Yes, we are here for one such vital happenings which holds heaps of information and unveils contemporary scientific ideas. It's time to stand high with togetherness to celebrate this significant moment. A scintillating good morning to one and all present here. We graciously welcome you all to the valedictory function of the International Conference on Scientific and Technological Advancements for Reliable and Sustainable Future, STARS 2022.
I request Dr. Meena Dalal to take the seat on the dais. The function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. Before we further advance into our precious day, let's evoke the holy presence of God and march towards an extra mile with a smile in the task of molding minds. I request everyone to stand up and extend our prayers to the Almighty by a prayer song.
Joy to the Lord, all the earth.
Thank you. I request everyone to please be seated.
A glad welcome we bring to you this morning is filled with desires, hopes, and dreams that we all share. Moving forward, I would like to invite Dr. S. Isaiah, Coordinator, Department of Food and Nutrition, to welcome the gathering with a great zest and enthusiasm. Please, sir.
Respected Principal, the President of the Valedictory Function of STARS 2022, esteemed Chief Guest of the STARS 2022 Valedictory Function, Dr. T.V. Venkateswaran sir, beloved Vice Principals, Vice Principal Aided, Professor Alagappa Moses sir, Vice Principal Self-Financing, Dr. Satya Seelan sir, Convener of the STARS 2022 and the Dean of Sciences, Dr. Violet Dayabaran Madam, esteemed resource persons on the dais, Dr. Meena Dalal, the founder CEO of Trial Guna, Dr. K. Prabhakaran, Specialist Non-Life Insurance Ombudsman, the learned deans on the dais, heads, coordinators, associate deans, my dear colleagues from science departments, invited resource persons, participants of STARS 2022, researchers, other invitees, good morning. I am pleased to welcome you all to the valedictory function of STARS 2022. Bible says, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. Yes, friend, I praise God and thank God for enabling the science departments under the Deanery of Academics to conduct a 3-day international conference on science and technological advancements for reliable and sustainable future, STARS 2022 successfully through the Lord's help and guidance. On the fag end of this STARS 2022, in the valedictory function, it is indeed our pleasure to have Dr. T.V. Venkateswaran sir, the Division Head, Science Communication Training, Vigyan Prasad, an autonomous organization under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, amongst us, as the esteemed chief guest of the valedictory function. On behalf of the organizing committee and on behalf of all the participants of STARS 2022, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir, for accepting our invitation to share your expertise in the morning session and also being present now as the chief guest to give the valedictory address in STARS 2022. I welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome our respected principal. His encouragement, motivation, and support enabled the Deanery of Sciences to organize this 3-day international seminar successfully. On behalf of the organizing committee, I extend a warm welcome to you, sir, and I thank you, sir, for presiding over this valedictory function. Welcome you, sir. Next, we have on stage our beloved Vice Principal, Aided Section, Professor Alagappa Moses, and Vice Principal, Self-Financing Section, Professor Satya Seelan, sir, for gracing the valedictory function with their presence to give their felicitation to STARS 2022. With utmost joy and pleasure, I extend a warm welcome to you, both Vice Principals, sir. I extend a special word of welcome to the bursar of the college, Dr. G. Nyanraj. If not for his generous grant from the management to conduct this mega scale STARS 2022 is not possible. I thank you, sir, and welcome you on behalf of the organizing committee. My special word of welcome to the convener of the STARS 2022 and the Dean of Sciences, Dr. Violet Dayabaran Madam, the woman behind the success of STARS 2022. Her vision, her ambitious objective of the STARS 2022, a meticulous planning, a thoughtfully selected resource persons list to enrich the conference with expertise, the platform she has created for various science researchers to showcase the research in oral and poster presentations, the interaction it has created with the participant and the resource persons across the globe was greatly appreciated by and large by all the participants. Above all, the STARS 2022 deliberations have received around 421 registrations, 325 full research papers. There were 26 resource persons of eminence in the field of science and technology. Madam, on behalf of all the organizing committee and the participant, we extend a cheerful welcome to you. STARS 2022 had received overwhelming response because of the hard works of all the core team comprising of Dean IQAC, Dr. Princey Merlin, Dr. V. Anand Gideon, Dean of Extension Activities, Dr. K. Rajkumar, Data Science Head and Dean of International Relations, Dr. Ravi Das, Dean of Staff and Student Welfare and Head of Physics, and all the associate deans, heads, coordinators of Science Department. If not for your motivation, involvement, and support, this 3-day international conference, STARS 2022, would not have been possible. I thank you all, the core committee members, the deans, heads, associate deans, and coordinators of Science Department. It is my pleasure to extend a hearty welcome to you all. I recognize the presence of Dean of Arts, Dr. Shobana Madam in the hall. I also recognize the presence of the Research Dean, Dr. Suresh Frederick. I also recognize the presence of the Associate Dean, Dr. Shanti. I welcome on behalf of the organizing committee. I also acknowledge the presence of Dr. Manoharan with us. On behalf of the organizing committee, extend a warm welcome to you, sir. Finally, STARS 2022 is successfully conducted because of the participation of my dear colleagues from the Science Departments, researchers, participants, prize winners of oral and posters from all the Science Department, from our college and other institutions. I feel immensely happy to extend a warm welcome to you all, my colleagues, participants, and researchers from our college and from other institutes. STARS 2022 has invited 26 resource persons, including Dr. Meena Dalal and Dr. K. Prabhakaran, who deserves our special welcome, as their input in the conference has added insight and highlighted the greater scientific and technological advancement for reliable and sustainable future. I am delighted to welcome you all, the resource person, especially Dr. Meena Dalal and Dr. Prabhakaran. Welcome you, ma'am and sir. A special word of welcome to the 4 core committee members of the STARS 2022, whose contributions were immense for the successful conduct of STARS 2022. They are Dr. Josephine Prabha, the Associate Dean of Academics, Dr. Anthony, the Department of Physics, Dr. Eliahim Jeevaraj, Department of Computer Application, Dr. Raj Sudhakar, Department of Bioinformatics. Shall we put our hands together and extend a special word of welcome to these core committee members? Once again, I extend a warm welcome to one and all gathered here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. Honor is the reward of deliverance rather than receiving it. We are profusely elated to take an opportunity to honor our guest of the day with great joy and immense exultation. I request our beloved principal, Dr. Paul Dayabran, to honor our chief guest, Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran, senior scientist, Vigyan Prashar, DST, New Delhi. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. To solemnize our esteemed principal, I request our chief guest, Dr. T.V. Venkatesan, to honor him. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. Being one is the highest privilege. Having one is the best blessing. Yes, our institution is blessed to have a vibrant leader. It's a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to welcome our esteemed principal to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Esteemed chief guest of the valedictory function of this three-day international conference, Dr. T.V. Venkatesan, the senior scientist from Vigyan Prashar, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Esteemed resource persons of this conference, Mr. Prabhakaran, the actuarian, and Dr. Meena Dalal, founder and CEO at Trial Guna, Comprehensive Clinical Research Solution. Beloved Vice Principals, Professor Adapa Moses, Professor Dr. Satya Seelan, beloved Dean of various disciplines, Associate Deans, the convener of this conference, learned heads of different departments, especially science departments, coordinators of different departments, and my dear colleagues belong to science stream, different science disciplines, as well as few are here from arts discipline. Good afternoon, my warm greetings to all of you. It's indeed a great joy and pleasure while the Hiba family organized both international conference on science as well as art discipline. At the juncture, let me sincerely appreciate and congratulate each and everyone who is instrumental for this event to happen in our campus in this week. Just on Monday and Tuesday, our Deanery of Arts, by coordinating with Deanery of Research and Development, they have organized international conference by inviting, by robing all the arts faculty of our college as well as from other colleges. It was in blended mode, both online and offline. Some came in offline, some other came in online, visually connected, and of course it was beneficial. So almost every faculty presented one paper. So it's a great thing. And similarly, science discipline today, yesterday, and therefore 3 days, they invited as many. Of course, they had 8 sessions, parallel sessions. In every session, they got 3 simultaneous happenings for basic sciences, life sciences, computational sciences, as many as 25 plus 26 resource persons of eminence in different disciplines. Mostly they came in offline, few were connected virtually, and they have delivered on different dimensions. The topic is nice, scientific and technological advancements for reliable and sustainable future. In arts also, it coincides almost this. So we are here to inculcate the culture of scientific social responsibility so that the country, the nation will be transformed into a better nation. So organizing this kind of events, a span of 5 days is very difficult. Of course, we have come to the end of the semester. We're busy. We finished the internal tests. Some tests are going on, and we have to finalize the internal marks, and we are getting ready for the end semester examination the next week. Of course, this semester, though we have offline mode as we had earlier, it was started a bit late. Only during end of July we started. So still we have the influence of pandemic in this semester. Probably next semester onwards we'll be totally free. So by this time we would have started the event semester. Normally during end of November, we begin the event semester after conducting the exams for our semester. We finished evaluation, then we start. But only now, only from Monday onwards, only from Monday, we are going to start, 20th onwards, we are going to start the end semester examinations. So it's a bit a tough time. We can teach, and finally we have to consolidate. We have to check, we have to evaluate the papers, and we have to appropriately, very correctly, without any flaw, we have to give the internal assessment. At the time, we've been disturbed in a very good activity. Very difficult to present an article. We need free time. Is it okay? Free time, pleasant time, joyful time. Only then we can do better. But you are in a tight situation. But I must sincerely thank all the members of faculty. So we thought, while we are facing NAC, every year we are facing NIRF. At the time, we have the separate category for research. Is it okay? Therefore, the Deanery of Academics, both Arts and Science, and Deanery of R&D, along with the advice of IQAC, we thought of conducting one college event. Why don't we coordinate all arts departments together to have an international conference? Then again, by coordinating with all science faculty, you can have another international conference. I'm glad that all have been united. And whenever we unite on a right objective, the fruits will be plenty, I'm sure, because of this two international conferences in a span of 5 days. Definitely, the outcome will be great, and we can enjoy the outcome. So first of all, I sincerely thank each and everyone, the convener. Of course, if we go through the brochure, a lot of committees. We have the core committee with conveners and co-conveners, and we have advisory committee, of course, organizing committee is the core committee. And we have conveners, we have co-conveners, we have advisory committee, we have scientific committee, we have organizing secretaries in different dimensions. We have every department is involved, and we have joint secretaries. So plenty of committees, plenty have involved together in one mind. Therefore, we can see the benefit out of it. So definitely these 3 days, next year we can plan in advance. That's now we're talking with the chief guest in the room. So normally we suspend classes for various events. So we can suspend classes for 5 days. Is it okay? From Tuesday to Sunday. Tuesday, 2 days, you can have arts. Next 2 days, you can have sciences. This time, arts 2 days, science 3 days. Next time, we can have a balanced thing. 2 days for arts, 2 days for science. We can have the weekend break. Then we can come on Monday. Is it okay? From Tuesday to Sunday, 4 days hectic events, academic events. We involve ourselves. We brainstorm ourselves. Then we can have weekend and we can come on Monday. So then it's a break for faculty members too. So at the time, we'll be free from all the activities. So we can teach, but we have to be very, for valuing the papers, for assigning, for assessing the internal assessment, it takes long time. So at the time, coming, involving yourself, this kind of pure academic event is very difficult. But somehow you are managed. I must sincerely thank you for your efforts. So dear friends, the topic is very nice, scientific and technological advancements for reliable and sustainable future. So what we do, so we come together. Is it okay? We have a lot of ideas. Is it okay to integrate all the faculties together? Lot of ideas. We have to present it innovatively. And of course, many papers were presented. It was told that more than 300 papers were presented, 50% oral or 50% poster presentation. So nice. Though we all enjoy together and listening to, we have a chance of listening to other disciplines too. Sometimes we very much confined to our discipline. Is it okay? If we take mathematics, is it okay? There are a lot of disciplines. An applied mathematician may not be interested in going through the concepts in pure mathematics. Is it okay? A computational mathematician may not be interested to see the core of abstract mathematics, but it should be together. Unless we come together, there won't be any fruitful results. So this time, all came together, we integrated. Maybe we can say interdisciplinary, we can say transdisciplinary, we can say multidisciplinary, all coming together, and different dimension, we made it. So it's a great success, I'm sure. But the main objective is, we can't separate research and higher education, isn't it? It should go simultaneously. In the school, now in school, the curriculum has been completely changed. Even in 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, they do a lot of projects. In elementary school, they do a lot of projects. They want to inculcate scientific mind, social concern mind. So mind should be of different, you have a lot of attributes. You should be scientifically trained. We should have a social concern. We should have an awareness. And we should include the objectives of the nation, objective of this family. So a person should become a wholesome personality. So we are here to promote holistic education. Holistic education is possible when we come together like this. I said, okay, of course, we have our own work, but once a semester, once in a year, we come together like this and we can do wonderfully well. So I'm stressed we have an eminent chief guest. Of course, this morning I was told that we had a wonderful session with him. Now he is going to offer the valedictory address. And I sincerely thank Dr. Meena Dayal and Mr. Prabhakaran. They have been here throughout the 3 days and they shared many inputs. I'm sure we are here to transform. The main is, what's the main objective of this? We are here to season the students. We should not forget that. Our primary responsibility is to transform the student friends who come to the college portal. Whoever enters the college portal should come out in flying colors, should excel. They should not simply pass out. That is the main objective. We do all this just for seasoning our students. So now we can go and share. Next semester when they come, you can share. And we must inculcate this kind of attitude to the PG students, not only PG, but also with the UG students. And they should come out well. At this juncture, let me sincerely thank Mr. Manoharan, the Honorary President of the Tamil Nadu Science and Autonomous Society. So he's working in a bank. See, it all depends upon mindset. He's working in the Indian bank, maybe an artsman, I'm not sure he's a science man, but he has a good connection with the officials of DST, Department of Science and Technology. I said, okay, people in Delhi University may not be linked with the DST, but the man working in Indian Bank in Trichy has wide connections in Department of Science and Technology. So we must take a lesson from him. Is it okay? So all depends upon the mindset. Is it okay? If you set your mind, then God will intervene. Somehow, one day he came for organizing a small event on Science Day, maybe 3 years, 4 years ago. Is it okay? Later, he was instrumental for conducting Science Week. Throughout India, there were chosen 75 centers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Ours was 1 in 75. Is it at the time only we got connected? So therefore, while we organize this kind of event, it is easy for us. It is how we have to get connected. Is it okay? Connectivity is very, very important in life. We should be properly connected. Our leaders were properly connected. Therefore, within 5 decades, they were able to transform this campus into this much big campus. So dear friends, so we should have sound thinking. We should have involvement. Is it okay? Not only in our expertise, but also something general. Is it okay? We should always have a concern about the prosperity of the humankind and the nation. So we are doing only for this one, what we do. So we have to sustain ourselves in different aspects. I am sure this conference will enlighten us, will motivate, and we can have a right frame of mind. Next year, we can organize better. And probably we are here to promote this institute from strength to strength. That way, ultimately, our students' friends will grow. They have a wide set of variety. We should make them to increase their horizon of thinking. I said, okay, we are here to increase, to augment the horizon of thinking of the young friends. It is possible only when we increase ourselves. When we don't think aloud, how can we make students to think aloud? So we can think aloud only when we involve this kind of activities, coming together in different disciplines. Thereby, we can do something useful. So without wasting much time, let me once again appreciate and congratulate the convener, the co-conveners, the members of different committees for involvement the past 1 month to have this wonderful international conference by inviting as many expertise from around the globe. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for the words of inspiration. The triumph of a conference depends on the assessment of research findings and blissful discussions. STARS 2022 is one such accomplished international event which has scientific amalgamations of innovative ideas and happenings. Let's delightfully visualize the ecstatic moments with a short video presentation. That was a collage of momentous events. To make them more intense, I now humbly invite Dr. Valediction, convener of STARS 2022, Dean of Sciences and the coordinator of the Department of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, to pursue the report of the conference. Please, ma'am.
Esteemed chief guest of the valedictory function of 3-day conference, Dr. Venkateshwaran, senior scientist from DST, New Delhi, respected principal and beloved vice principals, respected deans and associate deans, beloved head of the departments of all science departments, my dear friends, colleagues, dear Dean of Arts, Dr. Shobna, Associate Dean, Dr. Shanti, Dean of Research and Development, Dr. Suresh Frederick, my dear delegates, greetings to you all. I'm happy to present the report of STARS Conference 2022. Before presenting this report, I would like to share an important information about the outcome of this conference. In a brief time of our academic activities, we were able to get 312 research articles for the conference STARS 2022. It has been planned to publish the papers, selected meritorious papers, in Scopus indexed and UGC CAR list. Already we had discussion with a publisher, Indus Science Publication, who has taken the responsibility to publish the papers in Scopus and UGC CAR list. There are few journals, they are running Advanced Engineering Science with Scopus Index, Engineering of Computer Science, Electrical Engineering, Chemical Engineering with Scopus Index, and International Journal of Food and Nutrition Sciences, special issue coming under UGC CAR list, and Industrial Engineering Journal. So people who have already submitted the papers for the conference will be communicated further, and there are certain conditions, and the papers should have less than 10% plagiarism, and the papers will be sent to the reviewers, and the papers should be an original contribution. So within a duration of 3 to 4 months, we will have very good publication out of this conference. So thank you so much for all your contribution for the success of the conference. Now, I would like to present the report. The Deanery of Academics, along with all the science departments of Bishop Weber College, organized a 3-day international conference on scientific and technological advancements for reliable and sustainable future, STARS 2022, from 16th November to 18th November 2022 in a blended hybrid mode. The purpose of the conference is to explore multidisciplinary, interdisciplinary, and transdisciplinary opportunities in research investigations and to inspire young minds to pursue scientific research and foster new collaborative partnership to solve scientific problems and to fulfill the scientific social responsibilities. The conference was abreast with the recent advances in basic sciences, life sciences, and computational sciences, and provided a platform for young scientists and research professionals to discuss the practical challenges and to offer solutions for sustainable development for the future before us. This conference covered a wide range of thrust areas such as nanotechnology, sensors, energy storage devices, climate changes, risk mitigation, fuzzy logics, mathematical modeling, environmental sustainability, bioremediation, food quality assurance, genomics, cheminformatics, intelligence, multimedia processing and analytics, advanced computing and modern trends in library and information science, and much more. The functioning of the conference was supported by an advisory committee including members from the national and international levels. Dr. Atulya Nagar, Pro Vice Chancellor, Liverpool Hope University, UK, and Dr. S. Vimal Karani, Professor of Nutrigenetics and Nutrigenomics, University of Reading, United Kingdom, were part of the committee. The inauguration of the conference began on 16th November at 9 a.m. Dr. Nakul Parashar, Director, Vijayan Prasad, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi, was the chief guest and delivered the inaugural address. He emphasized that the higher education institutions must focus on scientific and social responsibilities. Professor M. Selvam, Vice Chancellor of Bharadasan University, Trichirappalli, presided over the function, and in his presidential address, he highlighted the various ways through which the environment is being polluted and the role of researchers to protect the globe. Dr. Ma Husbands, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Philip Lloyd, Vice President from Trinity Western University, Canada, and Dr. Paul Diabran, Principal, Bishop College, offered the felicitations. A total of 400 delegates, comprising research scholars, faculty members, and students participated, and 100 participants from other colleges participated in the conference activity, taking part in all deliberations. Dr. Meena Dalal, founder and CEO at Treya Guno Comprehensive Clinical Research Solution, Bangalore, delivered the first plenary talk and explained the importance of technology transfer using basic scientific knowledge for practical societal applications. The conference had 8 parallel technical sessions and were enriched by 27 renowned scientists from international and national repute. There were nearly 312 full papers from across varied thrust areas presented in different sessions, and poster presentations had over 400 delegates. For the basic science stream, 8 academicians and scientists have been invited as resource persons and delivered special lectures to enlighten the young minds. Dr. Anthony Arulraj, Professor of School of Chemical and Biotechnology, Sastra Deemed University, Tanjore, gave a talk on crystallography of polymorphic metal oxides. Dr. Fedagba, Senior Lecturer, Department of Mathematics, Ekiti State University, Nigeria, joined the session virtually and highlighted about the reduced differential transform methods and its applications in the valuation of vanilla call option with modified log of function. Dr. V. Reddy, Senior Researcher, Institute of Research, Hydroquark, Center for Excellence in Energy Storage and Transportation Electrification from Canada, also joined the session virtually and gave a remarkable presentation on applications of nanomaterials. Dr. K. Prabharan, specialist, spoke on the opportunities and challenges in the insurance industry and its sustainability in societal aspects. Professor Rojan Jose, Nanostructural Renewable Energy Materials, University of Malaysia, expressed the need for the updation in the field of renewable energy. Dr. Hari Krishna, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, MS Ramaya Institute of Technology, Bangalore, gave a talk on the topics synthesis, characterization, and applications of nanomaterials. Dr. N. Lakshmana Reddy, postdoctoral researcher from Genobak National University, South Korea, connected virtually and shared his expertise. Dr. G. Murugadas, scientist, Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai, joined virtually and gave a lecture on strategies to be adopted for sustainability. In the life science stream, experts from all over the globe delivered 8 special lectures in their specializations. All the sessions were enlightening and thought-provoking and motivated the young minds to pursue research for sustainability. Dr. Dwaran, Senior Scientist, New Delhi Pollution Control Committee, delivered a talk on the need and measures to control pollution effectively. Dr. J. Jayakanthan, Professor and Head, Department of Bioinformatics from Alagappa University, Koraikudi, shared his expertise on identification and design of drug molecules using several bioinformatics softwares. Dr. Mohan P. George, Additional Director, Delhi Pollution Control Committee, New Delhi, briefed the audience about the need of control of environmental pollution. Dr. T.S. Kesav Prasad, Professor and Deputy Director, Inopia Research Center from Bangalore, reached the participants virtually and spoke about the application of genomics, proteomics, and metabolomics towards drug development. Dr. Sangarju Sambasivam, Research Staff, United Arab Emirates, gave a special lecture on the significant usage of nanomaterials for biological applications. Reverend Father Dr. Inashimuthu, Director and Research of Xavier Research Foundation, Palayinkotte, fascinated the audience by emphasizing the value of natural herbal medicines. Dr. Ganeshram Balagopal, Senior Regulatory Toxicologist, Ontario Ministry of the Environmental Conservation and Parks, Technical Assessment and Standards Development Branch, Toronto, Canada, joined the conference virtually and spoke impressively about toxicokinetics and regulatory applications. Dr. Ramesh Kumar Sandhanam, Senior Lecturer, Faculty of Science and Marine Environment, University, Malaysia, highlighted the significance of protecting the marine environment and gave an interesting virtual talk on the techniques involved in the development of plant-based natural drugs. In the same way, through 8 technical sessions and with the help of the academicians and scientists, addressed the computation science stream, delegates and inspired the minds of the young researchers and faculty members. Dr. Ashok Emmanuel, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science, Christ University, gave a talk on context awareness. Dr. Imran Khan, Professor, Department of Informatics, University of Sussex, London, gave a virtual talk on e-commerce review and reputation system based on blockchain. Dr. Nabi Hazan, librarian and head, Central Library, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, participated virtually and highlighted how one should not get into the snares of fake journals and gave an awareness about predatory journals. Mrs. Parvati Padam, Global Manager Discovery and Discovery Service, Springer Nature, USA, gave an online talk on scientific publications and metadata. Dr. Frederick Andres, Associate Professor, National Institute of Informatics, Japan, gave a virtual talk on the cooking recipe data science, cross-disciplinary challenges. Dr. P. Tyagarajan, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science from Rajiv Gandhi National Institute, Sriperumbudur, gave a lecture on natural language processing with case study on Twitter sentiment analysis. Professor Atulya Nagar, Pro Vice Chancellor, Liverpool Hope University, London, UK, gave a virtual talk on importance of mathematics and its interface with science, technology, and society. Dr. M. Nandini, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Science, Puducherry University, gave a lecture on virtually on computational methods for ICT sustainability. Eminent professors from universities and colleges were invited as chairperson for the technical sessions and served as judges for oral and poster presentation sessions. 59 papers from basic sciences, 44 papers from life sciences, and 51 papers from computational sciences, and a total of 154 papers were presented orally out of 173 papers registered for oral presentation. A sum of 104 posters were presented out of 136 registered for poster presentation, including all the 3 streams. The best paper awards were given to 29 presenters, including oral and poster presentations. Totally, 10 books of the conference proceedings, comprising of 309 research articles, were published with ISBN at the inaugural function of the conference. To enhance the passion for research activities and update the latest information in science and technology, an interaction and discussion session was conducted for the delegates, including researchers, scientists, and academicians, and was led by Dr. Meena Dalal, the founder and CEO of the Comprehensive Clinical Research Solution Center, Bangalore. Bishop Weber College Fine Arts team, headed by Dr. Sober Smiles David, organized a cultural program on a second day evening at 6 p.m. in the multipurpose auditorium, provoking a break from the mainstream deliberations, giving the delegates from other institutions, resource persons, and research scholars opportunity to socialize and have casual discussion over a cup of coffee on the ideas pertaining to research in their respective fields. This evening was cherished by all the delegates and personals from the administration. The third day of the conference began with plenary talks by Dr. Meena Dalal and Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran, Senior Scientist, Vijayan Prasad, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi. Valediction program for the third day International Conference on Scientific and Technological Advancements for Reliable and Sustainable Futures, STARS-2022, began at 11:30 a.m. in the multipurpose auditorium. Dr. Paul Diabran, Principal, Bishop Weber College, presided over the function and highlighted the significance of organizing the conference and integrating people from multidisciplinary domains for the promotion of scientific and social responsibilities to address the existing challenges and opportunities in the arena of reliable and sustainable developments for our near future. He said that the theme chosen for the conference was very pertinent for the present generation as well as for the near future. Dr. Violet Diabran, Dean of Sciences and the convener of the conference, presented the report. Professor Alagappa Moses, Vice Principal, Aided Stream, and Dr. J.G.R. Sathisilan, Vice Principal, SF Stream, offered the felicitations. The heads and coordinators of science departments of Bishop Weber College and the organizers were honored by the principal. Dr. A. Josephine Prabha proposed the vote of thanks, and the conference came to closure on a high note. Thank you very much for the great opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for presenting the detailed report of STARS 2022. Endings of great starts and initiatives need to be glorified. And to do this momentous deed, I am pleased to invite our chief guest, Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran, Senior Scientist, Vijayan Prasad, DST, to address the gathering with a valedictory note. Please, sir.
Thank you. Chairperson of this session, Principal Dr. Paul Diabran. Convener of this STARS conference, Dr. Violet Diabran, and all the staff of Bishop Weber College, and also experts who are assembled here, Mr. Meena, Dr. Prabhakaran, and Dr. Tyagarajan, and all friends. I have given you a talk just a few minutes back, so I'm not going to give you a very long talk. I just want to emphasize one point which came to my mind when I was discussing in principal's room about this initiative, which they said they have initiated this year. We learn, many of us learn, for example, cycling when we are very young. That's it. Once you learn, largely that skill never leaves you. Maybe we start driving a car. Again, even when a new model of a car comes, there is not much effort that we need to put to drive it. But teaching is a profession where I think, and I'm sure you'll all agree, that we need to be on our toes. Things are fast changing. Knowledge is fast developing, fast moving. New issues are coming. Old questions are solved, and much more new questions are coming before us. Therefore, if we have to perform a teaching role and I mean, if we want to feel satisfied, it's not only for others. If as a teacher, we want to be satisfied, I think it's important for us to keep updating ourselves constantly. And I think this kind of a conferences provide a scope for us in two ways. One, by providing opportunities for all of us to think, reflect, and present a paper, we go beyond the daily grind. Daily in a classroom, there is teaching, there is notes, there is a classroom management, exam, so on and so forth. But going beyond this daily grind, we get an opportunity to read afresh, read new findings which have come in our discipline, and then reflect on it and present a paper. So that's one. Second, by interacting with people from outside. I mean, I was told that there is a galaxy of experts who had come here and talked to you. That also provides us an opportunity, a new window to know new things. I'm sure the STARS 2002 is not going to be the last. That's what I was told, that this is going to be a yearly affair. If this is a yearly affair and it is well announced that it's going to be held in such and such a month next year, then it also gives us a goal. I mean, we can start working for it and then do a better job than what we did this time, where maybe the time was too short. This initiative that's taken by this college is one of the key effort that I think we should make to keep abreast ourselves in this 21st century, where the knowledge is continuously dynamic. I mean, even earlier, of course, knowledge was developing, but the pace of development today is much high, and these opportunities provide us to keep abreast with it. I appreciate the college and also all the faculty. I mean, it's not only they, it's only by two hands we can clap and create a sound. So if the college authorities made an effort, I think more than their effort, I suppose the faculty and teachers in this college have taken effort to be actively part of this conference. I congratulate all of you, and I hope this will continue and then provide a learning space for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking valedictory note. The fragments of flowers spread only in the direction of wind, but the goodness of a person spread in all directions. We are extremely delighted to have one such person and pleased to invite our esteemed Vice Principal Aided, Professor Alakappa Moses, sir, to address the gathering. Please, sir.
Esteemed Chief Guest of the STARS-22 valedictory meeting, Dr. T.V. Venkateswaran, sir, from the Vigyan Prasad. Respected Principal, the convener of this event, Dr. Violet Dayabaran, the co-conveners, the co-chairs, and all the members of the advisory committee, and all the heads and coordinators of the science departments, those who are seated on the dais, and my dear members of the faculty and dear participants. It's an important occasion to felicitate with a note that the prayer song that we have just listened to focus mainly on Psalm 100, proclaiming mainly the magnificent creation and seeking the God and requesting and making our prayers to fulfill our needs on this earth, and then to see that that is continued through the generations. So one line in that song says, continuing faithfulness through generations. So that's what is the main focal point of this 3-day conference. And even I would say that what the arts, the Deanery of Arts have conducted about on the sustainable development and the STARS-22 on reliable and sustainable future. So I congratulate and appreciate the efforts of the convener, Dr. Violet Dayabaran, and the chairman of this event, Dr. Paul Dayabaran, the principal, he has given us his consent, and in his presidential address, he said that there's going to be a continuous event every year. And also thanks to our chief guest for, like giving us a new insight in, how best we can take it up and disseminate this information through institutions like the Vigyan Prasar and through the science and technological societies and other organizations. So as we have listened to the report by the convener, that over 300 papers have been presented by posters and oral, and there were eminent personalities have shared their knowledge in enlightening the Hiba community with the pace of the development, the technological advancement, and then the direction that we need to move towards a sustainable future. So in the earlier, the humanities conference on sustainable development and the social justice, I just spoke about the sustainable development's definition, how Gro Harlem Brundtland in 1987, she pronounced the definition on meeting the development, the future generations, how they should keep everything. So the entire 3 days event and also the preceding 2 days event, so entire week have made the Hiba community to realize this, the future generations and what we are enjoying at present. So as if you look at the definition and the emphasis of the Food and Agricultural Organization, so it's all happening 40 years before. Since 1982, people were talking about the sustainable development, and it took the World Commission on Environment Development more than 5 to 6 years to define the sustainable development in 87. So the FAO, in their definition, it says mainly the management and conservation of the natural resource base. And that is the first part. And the second part is the maintaining the technological and institutional change. So that is what is happening here. There is a technological change. We are looking at through all these scientific deliberations and all the scientific research work that have been done by Hibarians as well as by the other institutional friends. And we're going to make a kind of an institutional change in the Hiba community. And by way of this institutional change, we will be trying to ensure the attainment of the sustainable development for the present and the future generations. So this is what is the emphasis of Brundtland's Commission, those who have defined the sustainable development in 87. And so as our principal said, this ensuring environmental sustainability as the 7th goal of the Millennium Declarations or Millennium Development Goal, that the Hiba community, as principal said, that we're going to continue this effort of bringing in more scientific community to come and deliberate on the development, the technological changes, both in the social, economic, and environmental dimensions. So because these are the 3 important domains that the entire sustainable development is focusing. And as we're going to have this as a continuous effort in the years ahead, I wish that the 40 years, whatever is lacking, we need to understand all the 17 SDGs and see that by 2030, the United Nations is aiming at meeting the entire target and all the indicators that have been spelled out in the SDGs of the 17 goals. So I wish let all the departments in this Hiba College to understand all these 17 goals and keep updated with all the indicators and targets where the entire Mother Earth stands. And there's 8 billion people, what are the great challenges they are facing and how this Hiba community can respond to it is one of the great challenges. So I wish that this need to be focused in the years ahead. And I thank and congratulate the convener, Dr. Violet Dayabaran, for the excellent effort and the entire deanery for selecting the sustainable development as the main topic. So I congratulate Dr. Violet Madam once again, because this is a great effort that he has taken. My appreciation on behalf of the Bishop Heber College community and on behalf of the entire people, those who have gathered here, the scientists and all the experts. So the entire organizing committee have put in a great responsibility, shouldering the entire event to be a grand success. So my appreciation and congratulations to the entire organizing committee, the steering committee, and then all those who have worked very hard for the past 2 months to make this as an important and a great and grand success. And I wish that the future, the present and the future generations will definitely be enjoy all the benefits out of whatever we are now enjoying by way of addressing all the 17 sustainable development goals. And I'm sure that this Heber community will become a great testimony to the rest of the world in fulfilling the mandate of the United Nations. I wish you all the very best, and my congratulations to every one of you, and thank the organizing committee for giving me an opportunity to offer my note of felicitations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was indeed a captivating message. To keep up the momentum and spirit of elevating this event, it's a matter of great pleasure and honor for me to invite our beloved Vice Principal SF, Dr. J. Gia Satyasilan, sir, to felicitate the gathering with illuminating knowledge and vital experiences. Please, sir.
Esteemed chief guest of today's valedictory function of STARS 2022, Sri Dr. TV Venkateshwaran, sir, respected principal, beloved vice principal, aided stream, Professor Alakappa Moses, sir, Berzar, convener of today's, not only today's, for the past 3 days event, Dr. Violet Dayabaran, madam, deans on the days and off the days, faculty members of science stream as well as art stream, faculty members and participants. It's my great pleasure to stand before you today to felicitate the valedictory function. At the outset, I would like to thank Almighty for providing all of us good health and cheers. I want to say a happy news. This is going to be the last talk. And afterwards, only vote of thanks and prize distribution. I have been asked to give a very brief note. It's a very difficult task, but anyway, I will try my best. I had a chance to give the presidential address in the previous event organized by Dean of Arts, where I had to give a very brief note only. I missed a few points in that event. I want to continue certain points that I missed in art stream function. What is this conference? Once again, I was seeking the help of some sources. Conference means a meet, a conversation, a discussion, deliberation. Lot of words are there. I could find one word, Congress. I didn't want to pick that word because now ruling party is the BJP. So I skipped that. The other words helps me really. I wanted to apply my mind. This conference should give you inference that I spoke in the previous conference. Inference must take you to preference also. You must find your own topic and you'll have to apply your mind and you'll have to prepare a presentation. That's what you have done already. And finally, you must have a reference. These 3 words I want to highlight once again. Conference must give you inference, preference, and reference. Without reference, we cannot write any paper. That paper will give you a reference further. You are writing a paper and you are giving references. Later, your paper must be referenced by others. That is the real success of this conference. So let me congratulate the convener, all the deans, all the VIPs who are on the days. Along with you, I would like to once again congratulate and wish Dr. Violet Dayabaran, Madam, for taking the strenuous effort to bring this function in a very successful manner. Conference should lead you to deliberation. That deliberation should lead for liberation. Conference, let me repeat, should lead to deliberation. That deliberation should give liberation. That is the success of the STARS. So let me once again congratulate the entire team members, because my office happens to be the very next office of Dean of Academics. Every day I could get the vibration and radiation also, reaction, definitely chemical reaction also there. And students, now this is the time for examination. Students are getting ready for their exams. Whatever they studied for 3 months, they have to write for 3 hours. But this 3-day conference took 3 months' time. I hope you will agree with me, those who worked together. This 3 months' time brought us for 3-day colorful event. I want everybody should shine like stars. This conference have made everybody shining stars. I wish that you should shine your light throughout your life. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words that would persuade minds to establish success and intense knowledge. Appreciation is not only the greatest virtues, but the parent of all the others. This is the moment to be grateful to people who made this event a grand success, with their kind presence and contribution in the program. Their participation encouraged to be more confident during times of challenges. We feel extremely proud to honor the heads, deans, and the coordinator of the science discipline of our allied college. I request our beloved principal, Dr. D. Paul Dayabaran, sir, to honor the following members. Foremost, our esteemed Vice Principal Aided, Professor Alagappa Moses, sir. I request you, sir, to receive the appreciation. Thank you, sir. I now request our Vice Principal Self-Finance, Dr. Satyaseelan, sir, to receive the appreciation. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. our beloved Bursar, sir, Dr. G. Jnanaraj, to receive the appreciation. Thank you, sir. I now request our convener of STARS 2022, Dr. V. Violet Dayabaran, ma'am, to receive the appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. And now request Dr. K. Rajkumar, Dean of International Relations, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. I now request Dr. V. Anand Gideon, sir, Dean of Extension, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. J. Princey Merlin, Dean of IQSE, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request the Dean of Staff and Student Welfare, Dr. C. Ravidas, sir, to receive the honor and appreciation. Now it's time to appreciate the heads and the coordinators. Foremost, I invite Mrs. D. Hepzibah Beulah, Head Department of Actuarial Science, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Followed by, I request Dr. R. Jasmine Jemima Jayanti, UG Coordinator of the Department of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Followed by, I request Dr. I. Sharmila Lydia, UG Head Chemistry, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Followed by, I request Dr. R. Tamare Selvi, Head Department of Computer Application, MCA, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Followed by, I request Dr. J. James Manoharan, Head Department of Computer Applications, BCA, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. G. Sober Smile David, Head Department of Computer Science Self-Finance, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. C. Ravichandran, Head Department of Environmental Science, to receive the honor and appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. S. Izia, Coordinator, Food and Nutrition, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. J. John Rabin-Jose, Head Department of Information and Technology, to receive the honor and appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. J. Franklin, Head Department of Library and Information Sciences, to receive the honor and appreciation. Please, sir. Followed by, I request Dr. A. Emimal Kanagapushpam, Head Department of Mathematics, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. I request Dr. M. Rajashekaran, Coordinator of Visual Communications, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. I request Dr. Priscilla Suresh, ma'am, Head Department of Zoology, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. Enchanted with gladness, let's now appreciate the core team organizers of STARS 2022 who worked roundabout and gave their best to make this event achieve great height of success. I invite Dr. A. Jocelyn Prabha, Associate Dean of Academics, to receive the appreciation. Please, ma'am. I now invite Dr. V. Anthony, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, to receive the appreciation. Please, sir. I invite Dr. P.S. Elilam Jeevaraj, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, to receive the honor and appreciation. Thank you, sir, for your distribution of appreciation and honors.
Talent and skills are the crops that are nurtured, groomed, and given all possible opportunities to grow and bloom. This is a much awaited moment, the prize distribution, as it gives the returns to the efforts put by the participants of STARS 2022 throughout their academic endeavor. It is a moment of full joy and accomplishment to celebrate the works of our versatile participants. I request Dr. Isaiah, Coordinator, Department of Food and Nutrition, to take over the session for announcing the names of the winners. Please, sir.
I am pleased to announce the winners of the posters and oral presentations of STARS 2022. Of the 130 posters presented, 11 were judged the best. I request Dr. T. Venkateshwaran, the chief guest of the valedictory function, to do the honors. I request the principal and vice principal and the convener to come forward to present for the photograph. The first best prize in the poster presentation from the Actuarial Science Department goes to Muthu Valliyappan of Bishop Iba College. I request the participants to come forward quickly, to come on my right, receive the prize and go down the stairs. The second poster from biotechnology goes to, the best poster goes to Snega of biotechnology. Simon Selvaraj of botany receives the best poster. In chemistry, Ms. Praveena Chelladurai gets the best poster. Simon Selvaraj of botany receives the best poster prize. Ms. Praveena Chelladurai of chemistry receives the best prize for the poster. Lino Fatima Chinnarani of BCA receives the best poster presentation. Theobalus Stephen Smith of computer science receives the best poster prize. Is Stephen Smith here? Okay. Ms. Adeline Nikita of environment science receives the best poster presentation for environment science. Mrs. Roslyn of food and nutrition department receives the best poster award. The audience can cheer the prize winners with your clappings. Mr. Kanagaraj, Ms. Roslyn of food and nutrition receives the best poster for food science. Mr. Kanagaraj of library information science receives the best poster prize. Mr. Joshua Cyril Johan of mathematics to receive the best poster for mathematics category. Dr. Meghavarnan Elilarasu of physics department to receive the best poster for physics. The Winners of the oral presentation of the 185 oral presentation in different science subject, 14 were judged the best presentation in the different subject categories. I request the participant whom I call to come forward to receive the prize from the guest. From the food science, food and nutrition, Ms. Bhuvana receives the best oral presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, give them your applause. From BCA department, Dr. James Manogaran, the presenting author, receives the best oral presentation. Mr. N. Sam Ivan of Actuarial Science receives the best oral presentation in Actuarial Science department. Ms. Catherine Priya of Chemistry department to receive the best oral presentation in chemistry. Mr. Sam Ivan of Actuarial Science is receiving the best prize for Actuarial Science, followed by Ms. Catherine Priya of Chemistry to receive the best oral presentation. Next, Ms. Sagaya Roslin of Mathematics to receive the best oral presentation for Mathematics. Which will be followed by Ms. Keetana of the Department of Physics. Ms. Sheila Mary of Environment Science to receive the best oral presentation after Physics department. Ms. Keetana of Physics is receiving the best oral presentation. Keetana. Ms. Sagaya Roslin of Mathematics department receiving the best oral presentation award. To be followed by Ms. Keetana of Physics department receiving the oral presentation award. Ms. Sheila Mary of Environment Science receives the best oral presentation from Environment Science department. Ms. Chrisane Freeman of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics receives the best oral presentation for Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. Mr. San Jose Actuarial Science, Library Science, okay. Mr. San Jose of Library Information Science receives the Best Oral Presentation Award. The head of the Department of Library Science is receiving on behalf of San Jose. Mr. Solomon Praveen of MCA Department receives the Best Oral Presentation Award. From the Computer Science, Mr. Pradap Kumar to receive the Best Oral Presentation Award. Mr. Solomon Praveen of MCA receives the Best Oral Presentation from the guest. Mr. Pradap Kumar of Computer Science is here. No. Ms. Jarlin Rani of Botany Department receives the Best Oral Presentation from the guest. Ms. Jibul Trinita Shannon of the Department of Zoology receives the Best Oral Presentation Award. And finally, the last but not the least, Dr. John Rebin Jose, the head of Information Technology, receives the Best Oral Presentation from IT category. Let us clap and cheer the head of information technology who receives the. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all the others. Let us be grateful to people who made this event a grand success. I now invite Dr. Josephine Prabha, Associate Dean of Sciences, to express the words of gratitude. Please, ma'am.
Neither words nor materials could ever be equated to express our gratitude. A very pleasant afternoon to all of you. Though I'm constrained with time, I cannot refrain myself from thanking many of you who have been instrumental. Feeling thankful and not expressing is like gifts that are wrapped but are not given. I'm privileged to distribute the gifts of thanks to each and every one instrumental in the fruitful realization of this international conference, STARS 2022. Primarily, I submit my humble thanks to the Almighty, without whom nothing gets materialized. I sincerely thank the Bishop of Trichy Tanjore Diocese and the chairman of a college, Right Reverend Dr. D. Chandrasekharan, for his benevolence, support, and prayerful wishes. A special thanks to Professor Selvam, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Bharatidasan University, for his concern and presiding over the inaugural function. I express my gratitude to our ever-enduring and magnanimous principal, Dr. D. Paul Dayabaran. Heartiest thanks to you, sir, for presiding over the function. A special thanks to Dr. Nakul Parasar, Director, Vigyan Prasar, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, New Delhi, for his inaugural address, motivating all of us to take steps forward to propagate science. In his absence, I especially thank him for his presence. Our immense thanks to all those who have contributed for the success of this conference. Smooth runs the water where the brook is very deep. We are doubly charged by the presence of Dr. T.V. Venkateshwaran, Senior Scientist Vigyan Prasar, DST, whom doesn't require any introduction at all. He is a very renowned, dedicated science communicator, written over 25 books in Tamil and English. He is noteworthy that it is to be noted that Sir has been an active member in the Tamil Nadu Elitharivu Iyakam ever since 1990. Sir has been the sole reason for giving our college an opportunity to celebrate the National Science Week. We are indebted to you a lot, sir. Thank you very much for your presence, and we assure you that we will be keeping abreast with the dynamic changes. I also take this opportunity to thank Mr. Manogar, the State Coordinator of Tamil Nadu Astronomical Science Society, and the Organizing Secretary of NSW for his presence and support all through. Thank you very much, sir. My special word of thanks to Dr. Mark Husbands, Dr. Philip Lord, and Dr. Sushil Rajaratnam, our friends from Trinity Western University, Canada, for their presence and felicitations. Excellence is never an accident. It is a fruit of passionate, dedicated, and committed hard work. An outstanding example is Dr. Meena Dalal, the founder, CEO, Trial Guna Comprehensive Clinical Research Solutions, Bangalore. We are thankful for your presence, ma'am, all these 3 days and your fruitful deliberations. Thank you very much, ma'am. I owe my thanks to Dr. K. Prabhakaran, Specialist, Non-Life Insurance, Chennai, for his presence. Thank you very much, sir. Nitrogen in our DNA, calcium in our teeth, and iron in blood, carbon in our apple pies. As a body is made of elements of star stuff, today our mind is stuffed with the contents of the resource persons with their enriching technical sessions. I thank all the technical speakers, in basic sciences, life sciences, and computational sciences. I record my sincere thanks to all the experts and all the judges for the oral and poster presentations. I owe my thanks to the co-chairs of the conference, Professor Aragappa Moses, the Vice Principal of the Aided Section, Dr. J.G.R. Satyaseelan, Vice Principal of SF, and Dr. G. Nyanraj Bursa. Sir, it is your vibrations which keeps our Deanery of Academics very resonating. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to place on record my sincere thanks to Dr. V. Violet Diabrin, Dean of Sciences and the convener of the conference, for her every breath and every thought for the past 3 months was only lingering around STARS 2022. It is her driving force that has brought us all together. Thank you very much, ma'am. My place on record, my gratitude to the co-conveners, the heads of various science departments who have sweated a lot to taste the success of STARS 2022. My special thanks to all the heads of the departments. Thank you very much, sirs. I especially thank Dr. Shobana, the Dean of Arts, and the Associate Dean of Arts, Dr. K. Shanti, for their encouragement and support. Thank you very much, ma'am. Without seeds, the soil can't yield. We are thankful to the nodal members of every department for their remarkable contribution. Thank you for all the nodal members. Special thanks to the secretaries, joint secretaries, and the scientific committee of each department. We owe a lot to Dr. Princey Merlin and the faculty members of the chemistry department for coordinating the inaugural meet. For any event which is well begun is half done. We also thank all the life sciences departments headed by Dr. Isaiah sir for the coordination of this valedictory event. My special thanks to Dr. J. Franklin, Head Department of Library Science, for taking the sole responsibility, and all the faculty members running from pillar to post to release the proceedings on time. Hats off to you, and thank you very much, sir. I thank the following members for their remarkable contribution. Our special thanks to Dr. C. Ravidas, Dean of Staff and Students Welfare, for making all the arrangements for the food and refreshments. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Anand Gideon, the Dean of Extension Services, and Dr. Paul Ajit for the accommodation arrangements. Thank you, sir. Dr. Lydia and Dr. Christie for the mementos. Dr. Emimal ma'am, the head of Department Mathematics, along with Dr. Franklin and Dr. Robinson, Dr. Cruz for the transport arrangements. Dr. Sober sir, head of Computer Science Self-Financing, and Dr. Jeremiah for coordinating the cultural event, the band, and the choir. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Kiribai, Dr. Santanasamy, and Dr. Bhuvaneshwari from the Department of Computer Science and Computer Applications for the strenuous efforts for bringing out the certificates on time. Thank you very much, ma'am. Dr. Rajasekaran, the head of Visual Communications Department, and Dr. Christy Kingston for their efforts for the photography and the video clippings. Thank you very much, sir. Dr. DJS Anand Karnagaran, the function committee coordinator for the hall arrangements, Dr. Emmanuel for piloting, and Dr. William Raja for the honors for all the resource persons and judges. Thank you very much, sir. I place on record the support rendered by the IT support, right from the designing of the web page and the technical support, what we needed for the Zoom links for the online sessions. I thank Abel, Babu, and all the members of the IT support for their wonderful support. As there are 3 arms for a clock, with the fulcrum as convener, the hour arm as Dr. Anthony Raj, Department of Physics, the minutes arm as Dr. Sudhagar, whom we are missing because he met with a small accident, from the Department of Computer Science, and the second arm, Dr. Jeevaraj, Department of Computer Science, who have been rotating all through 24/7 with their calendars fully filled with the assignments of STARS 2022. We are very much indebted to you, and thank you very much, sir. I especially thank all the delegates and the participants from different colleges. We know it's tag end of the semester, and we believe that we'll be able to invite much more with a convenient time in the coming years. So we especially thank all the delegates who have taken time off from their busy schedule to be present here. Thank you very much. My thanks to the technical team, all the electricians, all the sponsors, the media, press, and everyone. And special word of thanks to Mrs. Malati, the clerk from the Deanery of Academics. Thank you very much. And if I missed anyone, I sincerely thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. As the stars twinkle all day and all night, as the conference stars comes to a formal close, I believe that the thoughts, whatever we have gained, will be ever shining and bring out a lot of collaborations in the days to come. Wishing you all to walk where there is no path and leave a trail. I thank each and every one of you from the bottom of the heart on behalf of all the organizing committee members. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your humble gratitude. A good event never ends with a word. They only take a pause and keep us waiting for the next. And it's time to pull down the curtains of the International Conference, STARS 2022. On this note, let's conclude and take back remarkable, memorable, and knowledgeable reminiscences. Thank you, one and all. Let's all arise for the national anthem.
Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Utkala, Manga, Vindhya, Himachala, Yamuna, Ganga, Ujjala, Jaladi, Taranga, Tava Shubha Name Jahe, Tava Shubha Harsi Samane, Jaya Nada, Janagana Mangala Dayaka Jaya He, Bharata Bhagya Vidada, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya 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 He.
Thank you. We request the dignitaries on the dais to join for the group photo. An announcement to the participants of other institutions and colleges: kindly receive your certificates, which are distributed at the back side of the auditorium.